Hey folks, Jonathan here, getting ready to work on the steering some more, and I think what we're going to do now is extend our shaft. I went ahead and cut it right here, and I wanted to see what was working with, and it's 1/8" OD, so I have to measure the ID. We've got our other piece here. So what the plan is to take this 1/8" solid. I need to add 16 inches to it, so I'm going to cut this solid piece about probably 18.5, and then I'm going to turn it down so we can press it in, but we also want to leave a little gap, and I'll taper this, but we want to leave enough of a gap, and then we'll also drill some holes in here to plug weld it, so we'll strengthen that up really well, and then that part will be done. So let's get to doing that. Okay, I got one of my ends turned down where I need it, and we're going to turn some of the OD off of this piece of solid because it's actually too big of a diameter by a few thousandths. So went ahead and put a center in it and put it between centers because it's 18 inches long, 18.5. So all right, we're going to see if we can get it turned down to the right size so it will look like it's supposed to be. All right. Nice surface, really nice. We still got 50 thousandths to take off though. So, but of course that's only 25 thousandths when you're cutting because you know it flops around. You understand? But anyway, let's get at it. Okay, folks, got everything turned down. As you can see, I've got holes drilled, and then we weld around it all the way. And I got 4 plug weld holes in both spots. The only bad part is I think we have to shorten it. I'm going to shorten that front one up a little bit. Because turning left, that's as far as the box will go forward. And when I cut this off, this is indexed. Now, I don't want to go up in there and grind it to take the indexing off. So what I'm going to do, this has got to be cut off and V'd, and this has got to be welded to it. So we're going to build it up. There's going to be a lot of weld there. I've done it on all the other ones I've done, so there's going to be no issues. You know, I know people worry a lot, but I know what I can get by with and what I can't, and so that's the plan. Because this will not fit on that shaft. Okay, so what I've got to do, since this is far forward as it'll go, I'm going to angle this farther forward. What we've got is 4 inches of travel from left to right going forward. So I want this about 2 inches forward. Well, that one is probably about 2 inches forward, but this one is not. But somebody had said something about stops, and this thing has got stops on the spindles that come up and touch the axle. So you're not going to go past them steering, so as long as we're within the steering range of the box, you know, not going too far to the right or too far to the left one way or the other, then we're okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this and re-drill new holes, and that way I can angle that farther forward. I want to try to have it about straight up and down when the wheels are straight. And it's going to be angled up just a little bit, but that's going to change when we raise the front spring up. So it should be about level when I'm done. I'm calculating for it anyway. All right, let's get at it, see what we can get done. Okay, buddy of mine stopped by. We got to do a test on his windshield wipers. Them are new arms. Are them the new arms that I picked up? Yep. All right. Ooh, they don't feel very strong. Let's see what they are. All right, so we got an 11-inch wiper, and we actually have 11 ounces. Now them are new arms that I had got for him. Where'd we get them at, Leroy? I think I got them from Rock Auto, actually. Alright. Good looking old truck. It's 54, right? What we got new rubber for, Leroy?
Windshield.
Oh, you gonna pull the windshield? You want me to push it out for you real quick?
Can you push it right back in real quick?
I can push it back in. I don't know what it'll look like. Alright. I like the cedar.
What are you looking for? My dog?
Yeah, where's your dog at?
Come to the back there.
Dog won't hunt.
Have to come to the back of it and look in the back there.
Oh yeah.
See him?
Yep. I see his face now. It does look like a dog.
Yeah. You don't think I'd lie about something like that, do you?
Okay, folks. I have got steering mocked up. I screwed up on a measurement. I should have had the wheels turned one way, but when I was doing the measurement to see, and I'm actually marked it right here, to see how far it moved, I had turned it back the other way and left it. So when I done my measurement, I actually made it exactly 4 inches too short. So there's an extra bar, 4 inches shorter than that one. But I moved the steering gear box 4 inches forward with this bar, and I just did not like, I didn't like it. I didn't like the looks of it. Clearance would have been a lot closer on the exhaust manifold. It just looked out of place. So I just remade another shaft, and 4 inches longer. I went on and I machined that down some. Looks kind of weird because most of them don't look like that, but that's okay. So what we'll do is weld all this in and build it up all the way out to there. Same way at the front and the back and this other side. So when we're done, there's going to be a bunch of weld on there. So we'll get that done and then finish. I got some tacks on here, but finish plug welding and finish welding these up, and then grind them down. Try to make it look like that rod's never been changed. It's going to be kind of iffy because we're pitted here, we're pitted back here, and we're not here, but that's okay. And as you can see, the rod comes uphill just a little tiny bit, but that is because we're going to be raising the front end about 1.5 inches from where it's at, so that will compensate for that. But as for the steering, steers good. All the way to the right, all the way to the left. So, does a really good job. I don't think we're going to have any steering issues with this car at all. And I like it. Coming right along. So, alright. I guess next is welding everything up. And then once that's done, I think we are going to work on some pedals. We're going to build the pedals and the mounts and the the levers and the rods and everything for them, because I don't have anything. The last set I used was out of a forklift actually, and I've got some in that Plymouth 36 Plymouth out back, but I doubt I'm going to use them. So I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. And I've got a lot of different U-joints and stuff for the steering, but I don't want to do anything on a U-joint until we get get a ride height, seat height, and all that good stuff. So we'll just leave it just like it is, and I think them shafts are 3/4. I'm pretty sure that's what they are, but whatever they are, it's pretty common. And we'll build a column and everything, which is not an issue. And the angle that we got it at, we'll put our joint on, and our joint won't be, much of an angle at all. I don't like to get sharp angles on U-joints. It's taking too much of a chance. If it goes to bind, especially if your body moves or anything moves and it goes to bind, it'll, you'll be in a bad spot. Steering's not something to take a chance on. So anyway, still got to make our bracket to go underneath our mount. We'll get all that. So. All right, we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Get at it. Was you going to check that stuff out? Was you going to do some CAT scanning for me? You want me to get you some treats, huh? You want some treats? Oh, so you're going to sit on my stool, huh? Here you go. Alright. get through eating, I need you to go back to work. Alright, I guess I'm going to end this one here. I went ahead and welded everything up and welded my arm on and ground it, welded my box down. Still got to make the plate that goes under it, the V plate, but that's fine. But I'm pretty happy with the setup, with the way it is. I think it's going to be just fine. If I didn't think it was, I wouldn't have done the permanent weld on it. But it's steering back and forth really well. Shouldn't be any issues. Shouldn't be anyway. Yeah, that goes. But you know, some more reinforcing on the mount for the box, and I think that's about it. Everything else is pretty much taken care of. You know, I'm pretty confident in everything on it. So can't do anything more on it until we get a seat arrangement, you know, height-wise for the steering to run the U-joint. So pedals are next, and we'll just fab up the entire pedal. I'll get some pedal ends to, you know, to put on, pedal pads or whatever. So all right, let me get my mess cleaned up for the day, and we'll start again tomorrow. Appreciate everybody watching. Bye.